Hi, this is Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. Welcome to Job Search Radio.
Are you looking for a new job or interested in leveling up? Job Search Radio is your go-to resource for insider tips on job hunting and growing your career. Here's your host, Jeff Altman.
Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, and welcome to Job Search Radio. Someone took me up on my offer to answer questions that are emailed to me at jobsearchradio@gmail.com and asked a question. It's about moving from a lower cost of living area to a higher cost of living area, and how to broach the subject with an employer to ensure that the job hunter isn't losing money on the deal. It's a smart show. I hope you find it helpful. It's not an easy one to answer, but I cover it in two different circumstances. So listen to the show. If you like it, please give it 5 stars in iTunes, Stitcher, and other places. It does help other people discover the show. And with that, let's get rolling. I received a question from a listener I think is real good, and I thought I would cover it here. And the question is, I live in New Jersey, and I'm interviewing with a company in Seattle. They're having a third interview in a few days at a general manager level, but they haven't asked him what his salary requirement is. They did ask him what he was currently earning at the first interview. So wisely, the job hunter has looked at several cost of living sites like Bankrate, Sperling, which is bestplaces.net, CNNmoney.com, SalaryExpert.com, and all indicate that Seattle's cost of living is anywhere between 13 and 21% more expensive. And they indicate that his current salary should be more in Seattle to maintain his standard of living. Basically, it's a more expensive area, quite obviously. The person asks, is it reasonable to ask the company for a cost of living increase plus an increase as incentive to come work for them? So, for example, if he stayed here and got a new job, he would think he would get a 15 to 25% increase in salary to move to a new company. Is it reasonable to add an incentive increase on top of the cost of living increase necessary to maintain his previous standard of living, i.e. a 13% cost of living increase plus 20%? As he continues to write on, the thing is, if I get an offer, I don't believe it'll be anywhere near my present salary, plus 33%, which is what it would take for me to move. This is based on salaries from Glassdoor, and the company is offering RSUs vesting over several years, and he goes into details about that. So he's asking for advice here. So first of all, I think it's wise that you went out and did some research here. And the research should teach you that, as it has, that there's different cost of living. So, for example, if a person from Seattle moves to, Florida, for example, salaries are lower, cost of living is lower, housing costs are lower, yada, yada, yada. The reverse is also true. Someone from New Jersey moves to Seattle and they find it more expensive. So should you deal with it? Absolutely. You have to deal with it. And certainly before you fly out there to meet with them, it's wise of you to consider how to present this. So for the purposes of this next interview with the general manager, unless you know this is the final interview, and I'm going to come back to if it's the final interview, if this is a third interview, like you say, but not the final, you're still in selling mode. You want them to fall in love because, after all, no love, no money, no job, right? So keep selling if it's a standard third interview. Now, if it's the final one, then it's a different scenario. So in the final one, what you need to do is address the salary stuff, but you want to be not quite as closed-minded as you are here. Salary survey sites are notoriously inaccurate because they poll certain people who are more likely to respond to salary surveys. Often the data is provided by organizations whose interested in is to demonstrate that your salary is low. So, for example, years ago there was a salary survey done by a recruiting firm. Everyone's salary looked like they were making too little money. So it was in their interest to say, oh, you're not making enough money. You should come to work for one of our clients and we'll get you a new job. And that was the response for everyone. Now, for you in talking with them, if this is a final interview, you need to address this in a casual way. So if the money conversation comes up, you can gracefully say, this is what I'm currently earning. But I want you to understand, and if you don't, there's a cost of living difference between where I live and where you live. And I can't just pretend it doesn't exist. I'm not here to live with 3 roommates if I move to Seattle in order to take a job with you. I have to be compensated fairly. Now, he mentions that there are RSUs, and the firm will counter with that. And you need to respond by saying, that's great. That's my future upside. But for now, I need to pay bills. So the difference between New Jersey and Seattle is whatever the percentage is. It's a range of between 13 and 22%. And that's just to make me whole. It doesn't advantage me in any way from a compensation standpoint. Because the fact of the matter is, I'm not changing jobs just for a lateral. Now, to you, it may look like a big increase, but for me, it's a lateral just to get the cost of living adjustment difference. And I don't know what an apartment comparable to what I'm living in looks like and what it's going to cost. I'm just working with data here. So I would say to you is you need to be prepared to give me a decent-sized offer. Well, what's a decent-sized offer? They'll respond with. I said, certainly above what I'm making now, plus the cost of living, plus an increase. And since you've already quoted the cost of living increase, they have a sense of what that's going to be. Now, they'll probably work on the basis of the 13% because you've said it can be 13 to 21%. Okay, make it 18 to 21% in your conversations with them. And, in doing so, you're giving them a sense of what they're going to need to do. Now, is it likely the deal is going to blow up? With some firms it will, and with some firms it won't. But let's not be foolish here. If it's going to blow up, it's going to blow up, even if you wait till the last minute. So if you're still interviewing, if this is the 3rd of 5th, the 3rd of 4th, probably this conversation shouldn't occur. If this is the final interview, it's got to get laid out somewhere along the line here where they might simply say, do you have any questions for us? And you can say, I just really love this job. It's a terrific organization, and I'd so much like to come to work for you. But at the same time, I have to look at the compensation as well. And I've been doing my homework, and I'm finding that the salary differential between New Jersey, where I live, and where you are is like 18 to 21%. Where'd you find that out? And you give them websites, the ones with the higher ranges in there. And, if I just got an 18 to 21% increase, that just balances things out. It's not advantaging me in any way. Well, what about the RSUs? Well, that's not going to pay my bills. That's going to be for all the effort and all the work that I put in for how many years until they get fully vested. So for now, my focus is on getting an increase. And it's an increase not just simply based upon my base salary, but getting a cost of living differential as well as an increase on the base. So it's got to get addressed. You can't ignore it. Otherwise, they will extend an offer based upon the lowest common point that will likely be turned down by you, and you'll have wasted even more time. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, I really want to encourage you. Join me at JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. That's my site where I have great information that you can watch, listen to, or read to help you find work more quickly. All my books and guides to job hunting and resume writing are there. You'll receive discounts on one-on-one coaching for extended sessions. And if you prefer not to do that and just ask me questions, you can ask me questions through the site, and not only will I answer, but you get the input from other people as well who are members of the site. Again, that's JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. Come on over and join. I hope you found today's show helpful and hope you have a great day. Take care.
If you would like to have Jeff give you advice about your job search, you'll love JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. This site has all of Jeff's books and guides to job hunting available free. The ability to have Jeff answer your questions, plus podcasts and videos that'll help you with all the different parts of a job search, including writing a winning resume and cover letter, great answers to interview questions, how to negotiate effectively, whether you want an easy way or want to get tough, plus a community of people like you who you can get advice from. The site again is JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. That's JobSearchCoachingHQ.com.